Alright guys, welcome back to the next lesson of the series. This is going to be a breakdown of hidden liquidity, and this is super important. This is literally how all markets move, whether that be Forex, stocks, crypto. They either move off hidden liquidity zones or high time frame supply and demand zones. Again, for those of you who don't know, the main guy I learned off was called Money Tour. He is an elite level trader on X, and I have a list of other guys as well in my community that I have learned off. So I'm going to go on the chart, show you how price actually moves in between hidden liquidity zones, a quick breakdown on like how hidden liquidity is actually created and why these levels are so important and how to refine them as well. They are basically the same as hidden order blocks. So I've done a video on hidden order blocks, but it's a bit more in depth and a bit more of an in-depth analysis on like how hidden liquidity actually works. So I'm going to go over to the charts right now. Alright guys, so starting off, I'm going to do a rough sketch of hidden liquidity and how it's kind of created. So first thing in the market, most traders would ideally be thinking that like retail traders, NPC traders, your average gurus that give out their strategy and all this type of shit, they will be thinking that all of these like triangle patterns and different things work. Like, I don't even know most of the time how any of these work. I've never cared to learn how any of these work because the majority of the time they don't work. They're just used to basically fake out retail traders, keep retail traders unprofitable, keep them broke. And again, if I'm wrong by any means, like, go ahead and learn off one of these guys who teach these type of strategies and see how you get on. But the whole reason I decided to learn trading the way I did, one of my close friends basically said, listen, there's these high-level traders on X that are teaching trading in the proper way, teaching how all markets move. So if you're serious, you can learn off them. So I said, listen, if I'm going to put time and effort into learning, I might as well put time and effort into learning the correct knowledge, the correct information. Okay? So how at a base level markets work, and this is for every market, but crypto is more volatile, so it's going to be a lot quicker moving in between hidden liquidity, hidden order block zones, is let's say, for example, we have a trend going high, a low, a high, and then let's say, for example, there is a lot of, you go work down from a high time frame, of course, and let's say you see a lot of high time frame wicks here, this level, okay? So like, let's say in the monthly time frame, maybe the 3-week time frame, there's a lot of wicks here, a huge pump up of price, huge fair value gap being created here, okay? Well, you've got a close pass. So remember, going back to basics of what I've taught you, you look for a close past your previous swing high. So let's say, for example, we have a previous swing high here, like a major swing high there. You're basically looking for price to run down and fill these orders, collect these orders in this level. This is what liquidity actually is. Remember, liquidity is buy orders, sell orders, limit orders, and the higher the time frame, the more orders in them levels. You're looking for price to come down, collect these orders in this level, okay, and then basically run up from that level with confirmation from your previous swing high. So that's at a base level what it is. Let's say if I was doing this for a downtrend, so that, and then let's say, for example, here, you have your close. Let's say you have your previous swing low here, and you have your close past, candle body close past your previous swing low. And again, the higher the time frame for everything, this goes for everything, the higher the time frame, the more optimal, the more powerful it is, basically. If you have a high time frame candle body close on the weekly time frame, that's going to be much more powerful than a candle body close on the daily, the 2-day, the 4-hour, any time frame below that. You always want to look for the highest time frame candle body close if possible. Okay, so you have your confirmation from your candle body close past your previous low. You have, let's say, a hidden order block here. So you have your hidden liquidity zone here. So on high time frames, this is going to be wicks. You go down, you refine it to a hidden order block. So it runs in, collects the orders at this level. You have your stop loss set, correct risk, enter your trade, and boom. At a base level, that's basically what it is, how all markets kind of move. Now, let's say, for example, at a base level, you're going to try and get confirmation from as many charts as possible. So remember, with USDT dominance, let's say, for example, let me actually go over to the USDT dominance chart here. With USDT dominance, when this goes up, crypto goes down. So this basically shows you the US dollar dominating the market. for example, we came to a hidden order block level here. I'm not too sure now. I should have labeled what hidden order block level this was here. Like, let's say, for example, we ran down here to this bullish level that I had marked out and we ran up. So when we hit this bullish level here, you're looking to match that with bearish levels on crypto. So if you have a hidden order block on USDT, hidden liquidity on USDT, you're looking to match that hidden order block level with levels on crypto as well. But obviously when this runs up, bullish, crypto runs down, and vice versa. When this runs down, crypto runs up as well at the same time. So I'm going to give you an example real quick on actual charts. Okay, so there's a couple of key levels that I have marked out here at the moment. So for example, here on Materials Corp, this is a stock. And again, guys, I said this, for stocks, crypto, Forex, it works for all of them. Forex is going to be your slower ones because Forex is obviously slower moving compared to crypto. Stocks is slightly slower moving as well compared to crypto. So depending if it's a high market cap stock or a low market cap stock. But let's say, for example, here, what you're basically looking for from working down from a high time frame is, let's say you start from the monthly time frame, you're marking out a crypto or a stock. When price pumps up very aggressively, you're looking behind fair value gaps for wicks. Okay, you're looking behind fair value gaps for wicks. So a fair value gap is never valid unless you have wicks behind it. Okay, so let's say you're on a monthly time frame, you see a fair value gap, and you're like, okay, interesting, there's wicks behind it. You're going to start working way down to the 3-week time frame. Can we see any hidden order blocks there? See any breaker blocks there? No. 2-week time frame. Interesting. Okay, we have a clean order block here behind 1 fair value gap and 2 fair value gaps. And if you can see here, I entered this trade as well. I think one of the guys in Money Tours community I've seen mention it on X as well, the same level. And you can see how perfect the reversal was at that level here. Okay, so that's one example. And what price is basically doing here is, with this hidden order block zone, with this breaker block zone, this is a block of orders on a 2-week time frame. So what price is basically doing, as I explained, is running in here and absorbing these orders and then moves off. So it basically works like a magnet between supply and demand zones and hidden liquidity zones. So it's like, okay, well, we run up, bang, oh, we left orders behind, let's go down, collect these, continue to trend up. Oh, we've come to a supply zone, bang, we run down. Oh, we've left a hidden order block just up here, bang. So it's like just moving in between these high time frame hidden order block zones. And guys, if you're on a chart where you can't find hidden order blocks or like optimal supply or demand zones, just move on to another chart. Go on to another chart. Like, you don't need to you don't have to force yourself to find a key level on a chart. I see a lot of people do that. And one thing is, do not get attached to crypto coins. Do not get attached to stocks. That's really stupid. They don't mean nothing. They're literally just ways for rich people to get richer and whales to make more money. So like, just look for high time frame confirmation. If you see your confirmation, take the trade. If you don't, you don't. Like, move on to the next chart. So that's a nice example there of a 2-week hidden order block. I also went down lower time frames to refine this level. I couldn't really get much, but you can see overall constantly just having a lot of wicks here at this level, even behind, like, you see a huge wick here behind these 2 fair value gaps. Again, just constantly keeping an eye on that level to see if you can refine it. Now, this isn't a refined level as such. So I want to show you an example here of a refined level. And Money Tour actually posted this level as well on his X. So if I come over here to CHZ, it's a crypto, and I'm going to break down how I managed this trade as well. So starting from if we go down to the 2-day time frame, so I'm not going to work down from the monthly time frame with this right now. I'm not going to leave you there waiting because I already know where the key levels are. So on the 2-day time frame, you can see right here we had a clean hidden order block. So we have our order block right here. Price ran up, ignored that level. We got our close past. Here's our previous swing high here. We got a candle body close past our previous swing high. And then we retraced into this 2-day hidden order block or 2-day breaker block zone. Okay, so I found a 2-day hidden order block. Great, I've marked that out. Now what we do is we go down to the 1 day time frame. Would you have a look at that? We have a 1 day order block behind 2 fair value gaps right here within the 2 day hidden order block zone. Okay. And originally, I'm going to show you basically how I managed this. I'm going to go down lower time frame just so you can see it more precisely. So originally we tapped this level, the 0.618 fib level. And if you are wondering where I got my Fibonacci levels from, so there's my fib levels, golden pocket, 0.618, 0.65. I got them from this swing low right up here to this swing high. So bullish fib levels from low to highs and bearish fib levels from highs to lows. Okay, so if we go down to the 1 day time frame, we can see that this is the refined level and this is the 0.618. So our first tap into the zone, you can see that we firstly tapped here. We firstly tapped the 0.618. Okay, and I took my entry level off that, and I've kept my stop loss the same. So my stop loss is at the 0.03722 zone. Okay, and what did I wait for trailing my stop loss? So trailing your stop loss is moving your stop loss up as we run. So what I done was basically wait for a 12-hour candle body close. So forget about all this price action. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do so you don't get confused? I'm going to go back just to the original reaction we have so you don't get confused. Okay. Right, so originally we tapped this, and when we got our 12-hour candle body close, reaction to our level, so price absorbed the orders, ran up. I trailed my stop loss to break even. I was also going to bed. Most of the time when I'm going to bed, if it's suitable, I trail my stop loss to break even, or I'll trail my stop loss. That basically means moving your stop loss up to break even. So if you lose, you don't lose any money, or moving it up into profit. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, what is this red level that I have marked up out here? So up here, this red level is actually a 1 day hidden order block. It's a very small 1 day hidden order block. So this was one of the levels that I took profit at. The first level that I took a lot, like 30%. So my first level that I take profit at is always around 30% of my trade. So I took profit at this level. Okay. And if you want to see how it reacted, basically we ran up, hit the 1 day hidden order block and ran down. So I took profits at this level. Now, I didn't think the 1 day hidden order block would be powerful enough for us to retrace into the zone, but we did retrace into the zone. But I was trailing my stop loss the whole time. So this was the next day before I was going to bed as well. We had a 1 hour hidden order block here. So guys, remember, where you want to trail your stop loss, when you enter a trade and price is running up, you want to try and look for lower down hidden order blocks. So say this is a 1 hour hidden order block. What I ideally done here was I trailed my stop loss behind this, so just there. So you can see that we tapped into it and we ran up. We had a lot of selling pressure and we ended up pushing down past it. I got stopped out. Don't really care though, because we ended up running back down into the key level again, and I re-entered this trade again, because if you can see with the 1 day level we have refined, the first time we hit it, we didn't actually like run into it properly. We only just tapped the top of it. So I felt it was suitable to enter again on this trade, and it's already running up from the level again. Okay, so that's kind of how I managed this trade overall. So I feel like this is a very nice example of just how price moves between hidden liquidity zones. So again, just to do a quick recap, we have our 2 day breaker block with our 1 day hidden order block level within it, close past previous swing high, and then a run into a 1 day bearish hidden order block, which we got a slight reaction to, not a slight reaction, got bigger reaction than I expected, and then a retrace back into our 1 day hidden order block level. Okay. Now, what's interesting here is, remember I was saying overall about hidden liquidity. If I go up here to a higher time frame, you will notice that this is also a 4 day hidden order block actually as well. So going up higher time frame, this was also a 4 day hidden order block as well. You'll notice that when you go up higher time frames, the zones where hidden order blocks are in lower time frames will tend to be wicks. Okay, and you can't really tell anything off wicks. This is very important, guys, to even note this down. that if you go down, let's say if we go down here to the 15-minute time frame, what am I doing? Say we go down here to the 15-minute time frame, okay? Like with 15-minute time frame, there is going to be fucking wicks everywhere. Like, well, you have a bunch of wicks here. These wicks don't mean anything on a 15-minute time frame. These aren't orders as such. Like, you don't know if these are orders. These very easily could just be stop loss hunting. All of these could just be stop loss hunting. So instead of just gambling on the 15-minute time frame, hoping for a reaction off the swing of previous lows or the swing of previous highs, all of this stupid kind of language that these traders wanted to make it sound like they know what they're talking about, go on higher time frames and refine breaker block levels, refine hidden order block levels, because that's where the orders actually are in the markets. Get off your especially as a beginner. Like, again, I'm profitable now with high time frame trading, but even with scalp trading, I still need a lot more experience in kind of the scalp trading area as such. Scalp trading is definitely not easy to master. So as a beginner, I don't know why you're so focused on going down to extremely low time frames, especially the fact that you're risking a lot less of your account. So yeah, guys, like when it comes to wicks on high time frames that are hidden order blocks on lower time frames are where your hidden liquidity is. It's where your orders basically are at the end of the day. Okay, so I was saying that I would just use these as an example. Let me go over here. I think I have a chart here. Was there something else on hype I wanted to show you? So hype, okay, hype is another trade that I took. Hype had a 7-day hidden order block. Now this level wasn't refined like crazily. So if you see here with hype, the one thing I liked with hype was we have our previous swing high, kind of similar to how CHZ was looking. We have our previous swing high. We have our candle body close past our previous swing high. And then we have our retrace into our 7-day hidden order block zone here. Now going down time frames, I couldn't really refine this zone too well. But what we did have was a 1-day order block within the level with a golden pocket matching. So you'll notice a lot of the times it's really nice to see golden pockets match with hidden order block zones. So you see that I have my hidden order block level here, got my hidden order block level, sorry, not my hidden order block level, my Fibonacci levels here, and I got my Fibonacci levels from this swing low. Let me see which swing low it was. So yeah, this swing low to this swing high. So again, with fib levels, you can do it from different swings to see what matches your zone. So you want to ideally do it first of all on the swing that you find your hidden order block on. So if we go to the 7-day time frame, okay, well, we've found our 7-day hidden order block obviously on a 7-day time frame. You want to do your fib levels from that swing low down here to this swing low up here, to this swing high up here, I mean. And let me turn main on. And bang, you can see the 0.5 equilibrium is perfectly matched up with your 7-day hidden order block here. Going down some lower time frames to see what other fib levels we have matching up. Do our fib levels from this swing low to this swing high. We have our golden pocket matching up with that level. And then we can do our fib levels from this swing low to this swing high. We turn them on. And again, same situation. We have our 0.5 equilibrium perfectly running through that level. So that's a nice optimal level. Now, it was a 7-day hidden order block by itself with a 1-day order block at the bottom. So it wasn't refined too well in terms of refining hidden order block and breaker block levels. But it is nice that on multiple swings we've had fib levels that are untapped, especially the fact that we had equilibrium untapped twice, we had a golden pocket untapped twice, and we had a 7-day breaker block untapped, and we had our close past our previous swing high. So guys, can you kind of see, like, you use all these different tools to get as much confirmation for your trade as possible. So you're looking for refined breaker block or hidden order block zones, close past previous swing highs, previous swing lows. Obviously, guys, like, you should know by now, I mentioned it in other videos, don't just run off one chart. Like, just because you find a key level with hype doesn't mean you just take the trade off the key level with hype. You want to monitor Bitcoin and you want to monitor Ethereum at the exact same time as well. Like, for example, if Bitcoin's looking bullish, if Bitcoin's looking bearish and we're here taking a long with hype, that can very much invalidate me taking the long with hype. Like if we close past the previous swing low with Bitcoin, like why would I? And even if we did close past the previous swing high with hype, it's not going to be as optimal. It's not going to be as powerful. Okay, so just remember that as well. And then you're probably wondering again where I took profit with hype. So I'm still in this trade at the moment, but one zone I took profit at was this 4 hour hidden order block zone. So we have a golden pocket matching from this swing high to this swing low, and you can see how perfect the reaction was to that. I was planning on taking a scalp short with this level here. So my scalp short idea probably would have been looking something like this. Let me go down to the 2 hour time frame. So let's say if we turn on main fibs, again, never just place your stop loss randomly. So if I was to take a short with this level, which I was planning, but I was out yesterday night, so I missed it. I'm not going to just take a trade when I'm out and just rush it. Probably would have been stop loss like above the 0.705, something like that. And that would have been a nice short trade, a scalp maybe, with hype, something like that. Maybe retrace into the zone again, similar to what happened with CHZ with the 1 day hidden order block, but I didn't take that short trade. But you can see, this 4 hour hidden order block, I took some profits with that. And again, my stop losses trailed to break even with this trade. So again, already made profit with this trade. Even if the idea doesn't fully work to my kind of expectations. Again, I don't like using the word expectations, because you shouldn't expect anything ideally to happen from the market. But you say profit targets. If it doesn't run up to your profit targets, you still make profit at the end of the day. Not every single trade is going to be euphoria. Not every single trade is going to be a nuts trade. Like you'll see, one thing I noticed is, like, say on X or maybe in the community, you'll notice that a lot of guys will post trades that are like 1,000%, 800%, and all. You're like, oh shit, well, they're crazy trades. I could maybe get them trades and all. So you expect like every single trade off a high time frame hidden order block zone to be a crazy trade like that. And it's like, no, stick to your rules, stick to managing the trades, stick to keeping an eye on Bitcoin and Ethereum. If the market is not overall looking really bullish and you're not hitting multiple high time frame key levels across multiple charts, the majority of the time it's not going to be crazy pump into one direction. It could be, you can get kind of a random pump, like when you have price consolidating, like let's say with Bitcoin at the moment, where we're at with Bitcoin. Since the start of basically February, we've had a lot of consolidation with Bitcoin. Overall, we are closing past previous swing highs. So like we have a previous swing high here. So that's kind of nice to see. Candle body close past previous swing high in the daily chart. But if I'm not mistaken, going up on higher time frames, we don't even have a candle body close past our previous swing highs. Oh, we do on 3 day. So, oh, we do. Okay, right, I was wrong. Don't know why I thought that. So yeah, on the 1 day time frame, like we do have a candle body close past our previous swing highs, but it's a lot of consolidation. And like one thing that Money Tour did mention was when you have consolidation happening or price moving horizontally, you'll most likely get a pump into one direction, leaving key levels behind. So, and if you're wondering what this bearish level I have marked out up here is, that's a partial 6 day hidden order block with 0.5 equilibrium running through. And then matching that as well, if we go over here to Ethereum, we also have a 3 day or 4 day. We have multiple HOBs kind of in the same level. We have a 4 day hidden order block here. We're fine. Golden pocket matching up right there with that as well, and 0.5 equilibrium matching up with that there as well. So very well could in the coming weeks, coming months, get something like this. Maybe we run up, hit that level, hit the partial 6 day hidden order block level with Bitcoin, and possibly run down to lower. So that's kind of an idea there with that as well. But yeah, when you get price just consolidating, moving horizontally like that, you're just due either a pump or a dump to one direction, leaving a key level behind. That's kind of just the hidden liquidity breakdown, guys, that I kind of wanted to explain to you. Like, when you start from, say, the monthly time frame, working your way down, you'll see wicks. So on the monthly time frame, and when you see fair value gap being created like this, like a pump being created like this to one side, you're basically just going down time frames looking for breaker blocks behind them, looking for hidden order blocks behind them. Okay, because that's actually showing you where the hidden orders are in the market. Even up here, you can see we have a partial 2-week hidden order block there. So that's a partial 2-week there. So if you were to mark that out, you mark it out just like that there. So that's a little example. Okay. Again, guys, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to comment below. My communities are also in my bio, and hopefully this video helped you out. Hopefully this video gave you a better understanding. Don't be hesitant at all. Don't be hesitant. Watch these videos multiple times over, twice, 3 times, 4 times over until you really understand what I'm breaking down to you. So I'm trying to break it down literally as simple as possible to use. Like, I wish someone would have done this when I started trading, but had to kind of learn myself, figure out things for myself, just like many other traders within the community. So yeah, I said that this would be a longer video because it's very important to break this down kind of